and faculty members from other institutions across the state, and I also learned from neighboring states also. Of course, for the past 2 days, you have been listening a lot on this NEP or Sustainable Development Goals and NARF and higher education quality and all those things. Of course, we have to sustain our forefathers, sustained by our fathers sustained by we people, and our children also, they also get sustained. So there is a natural process. But when the entire system is being polluted or depleted or disturbed in a more, what we can say that abnormal way, then there may be an alert. This is what nature also adjusts itself by way of tsunami, by way of flood, forest fire, and all those things, because they cannot tolerate. So that and all signs they give to the entire humanity, as well as they themselves adjust. And the rivers, they may divert the different, many of the Himalayan rivers, they may change their directions, and the glaciers, undue melting, and even the deserts also, the temperature, global warming, all those things we have been keep on discussing since from millennium, even period to that also. But what to do? And we also need more comforts and more developments and more sophistication and more reaching and globalization, networking, and all those things. So well and good. But here the major question is whether with all those development, science, advancement, technology, and quality of education, the inclusiveness, equity, reaching the unreached, and the divide is being filled or not. That is most important aspect. So when more information keep on coming and integrating and cascading and also stored, it is not so easy for teachers or anyone to specify or to choose or to use in an apt manner. That is a very big challenge. In the same way, when developments that took place also, it need to be properly augmented and in appropriate manner. It need to be distributed, and it need to get monitored, and it need to get evaluated. It need to again re-channelize. That is what the sustainability in toto we need to understand actually. Of course, you know where SDG goals 2015, United Nations wanted to, though a lot of developments took place in one part in terms of quality education, in terms of quality life, food, and health and hygiene, and harmonious life. But there are a lot of problems and issues. Even more than 50% of the human beings, they were suffering across the globe in different nations. So how that gap can get addressed? It may be of human rights violation, it may be of labor, inappropriate use of labor, and low wages, not even providing the basic communities, and taking care of the fundamental services to be provided by the employers to the employees, and even the salary. That is one parameter, of course. And we are unity in diversity and diversity in unity, and that reflect even in the employment opportunities, and then the conducive environment in education institutions, perks, allowances, facilities, other privileges. It is being given to all the faculty. Whether it is equal? No, it is not so. Even I would make an example of the budgets to the state-bound universities, affiliated colleges. when compared with central universities or national institute of importance, many-fold actually. I belong to Library Information Science. Our university library budget is, of course, it has come down, come down, come down, come down. Now we are having only 20 lakhs annually. So we have to take care more than 160 colleges, where more than 3,000 faculty members and 3 lakh students, both regular and online and also distance education mode, and 4,000 plus research scholars. Whereas IIT Chennai library budget is around 20 crores. And the number of students, number of faculty, and number of institutions, beneficiaries, when compared to this, negligible. Then how the same kind of quality education or the opportunity for the students to have their progression in abroad or across the nations, their placements, and to enable them to make them global citizens. That is also one of the goal of this SDG. How it is possible? Of course, a lot of challenges and a lot of limitations, but even then, we have been sustaining in practice. That is what I would say. When we were in school, we don't have proper drinking water. We used to go to well. Even in colleges also, there may be one drum, they might have kept water, and it's not aluminum glass chained actually, or chained with a thread even. That kind of condition only we have come up. The higher education also, we have got our school education also. I'm not blaming. The situation was like that, and there is no water bottle, and we used to go to well, and we used to have that rollers, and with that bucket we used to take drinking water and all those things. But from there only, Abdul Kalam, like many stalwarts and world leaders, scientists, they all come up. So here, why I am just telling this, the quality is mainly lies with the human resource potential of that particular organization. Nazareth College means Nazareth College is because of the teachers, is because of the students, because of the staff members. Any organization, Bharat University or Government of India, or any organization or any nation, it's because of the human resource potentials. How that human resource potentials, they can deliver their best. Not all the time. At least in majority of the time. They are in a college 4 hours or 6 hours. Really, if they are engaged, at least 3 hours in full spirit, that alone can bring the good laurels to that institution. And the different ways and means, they have to equip themselves, they should update, they should reskill, they should relearn, they should do's, undo's, lot of things. There is a routine, these kind of things. And before carrying out or practicing all those things, we also should know, understand what actually the higher education centers and higher education platforms, higher education policies, principles, rules, norms, all expecting to have a national parity and international parity. As a teacher serving in a remote college, maybe in Nagarkoil or Thuthukudi, or maybe in Tirunelveli, or maybe in Melur, it may be a government college or aided college, self-financing college. How I can compare myself on par with the teacher who is working in Singapore, in a national university, or MIT, Massachusetts, or whatever it may be. Those days, a lot of issues, a lot of problems, we will not get much exposure. Even we may not be able to find good books, textbooks, when we were pursuing our post-graduation and even research also. But now technology has thrown a lot particularly in terms of knowledge resource access, information resource access, belong to all the subject disciplines, and we can reach the top brass researchers of all subjects through the social networking. It may be Mendeley or Jetiro, or it may be the faculty profile management systems, or it may be of RSEED, or it may be of Scopus, Web of Science, both commercial as well as open access initiatives we can reach, and we can also access to the national and international research organization of all subjects. It may be of IEEE, it may be of World Health Organization, it may be of Food and Agriculture Organization, it may be of IMF, it may be of OECD, it may be of any top level institute, Chinese Academy of Sciences, or National School of Medicine USA, or Mayo Clinic, or any other reputed university. You can find a good number of Indians. It may be of Sweden, or it may be of Poland, or it may be of UK, US, United States of Russia, Philippines. Everywhere you can find the profiles, at least minimum number of teachers or researchers, those who are pursuing. And a couple of months I had been to Cambodia and Thailand, the ASEAN Institute of Technology. That's a good institute. It is a self-sustained institution. No one is granting any money. Only faculty generate the money, and the corporate social responsibility, they augment the resources. Their research scholars, they avail fellowships across international agencies, and only with the board, the governing board, there may be a participation from some of the government university faculty members or the administrators, and the international scientist crew, they are taking care. So like there are many institutions also there. So it's all with our own commitment, involvement, interest, how I am really going to keep my classroom best, and how I am going to document whatever the contribution which I made. Again, I should not waste my time on that. So I can replicate, multiplicate, I can slightly modify, I can recycle, I can reapply, and I can customize as to the individual student's interest or according to the program. You all know very well quality in small details. So that's what NAC is also very much emphasizing. This is fitness for the purpose. So how we are taking care each and every sphere of the teaching, learning, research, extension and consultancy. These five, even that binary accreditation framework also, these five parameters NAC is also very much emphasizing. Every teacher should have learning, teaching, research, extension and consultancy. When these five parameters are carried out in a full-fledged manner, at least up to the above optimum level, it is very much possible to adopt all those SDG goals, and at our level best we can also contribute. And before going into the detailed presentation, I'll also appreciate the Nazareth College, and really they are working towards familiarizing the goals of SDG and how the faculty and the students should get understand and what are all the various programs and activities by which these SDGs can get integrated into teaching, learning and research process of the higher education institution, and wherever they can contribute to the society and to provide the equitable education and to have gender equity and to take care of the harmony and well-being of the neighboring society. So I could witness from the website also my appreciations. Anyway, I just compiled the complete NIRF, NAC and this binary accreditation framework of NAC guideline, the 10 attributes developed by Gasturi Rangan committee and later on by Radhakrishnan, the chairman of ISRO. And of course, NAC is not yet implemented that. For last March itself, they focused to accommodate this binary accreditation, yes or no, and 5 levels after yes, the institution can get. That is also they are going to throw a lot of lights, and the eligibility itself they are going to make it as a very tougher one, and more number of PhDs, more number of publications, more number of projects, very good infrastructure, state of the art technology, all those things. So it is not so easy to become categorized as the 4th level institution or 3rd level institution. So you need to go with the 1st level institution only. So that is what they are working on it. Anyway, but I would say these are all again old content in a new bottle or new shape or new dimensions like that only. That is what our learning process also, because without foregoing the basics, we cannot further carry out our research even in our own subject. Of course, development that may come, but we need to always have nearly 50% on the basics. So accordingly, we have to make it. Okay, good. So here, NEP, I have given a brief. This National Education Policy is making a way for large-scale transformational reforms in both school and higher education sectors, particularly access, equity, quality, affordability, and accountability. Access, everyone, distance education program, or colleges can have your own certificate value-added programs and concurrent programs, training programs, and the collaboration with other university. Even Bharadasan University also had a distance education center here. Like that, access to the programs offered by other universities, other institutions, and the regular graduates and postgraduate students, they can have additional courses. In that way, you can take it up. And of course, if you are really enabling the neighboring slum community or adopting a rural village or adopting a community and imparting them some vocational or other skill-based education, that is also comes under that part. Then agenda for sustainable development. So that is also the NEP, one of the major component they are emphasizing. How without wasting the energy and the resources, how judiciously the resources can get exploited, and how it can get saved, protected for the posterity, and more organized manner, so that it can retrievable at any point of time according to the need, the size and amount by which it has to get rectified and aptly blended into the teaching, learning, research, and all those activities. So the higher education system should have that kind of, that is what this data management, one nation and one data. And now they are also going to launch, already it is in practice, one nation, one subscription. They are going to give more than 38,000 plus institutions access of all the scholarly databases of engineering, science, technology, and mathematics STEMs. So that is one good example I can say. And a lot of government initiatives also, biodiversity portal, or government data portal, or various research organizations, ICMR or ICAR, all those things they are keep on having a lot of initiative. They are giving opportunities and integrating the researchers of the scientific laboratories, bureaucrats, and faculty members, and also the students. That's what. And then transform India into a vibrant knowledge. So even government of India also, that Vishwaguru we were during those days. And many they have come over here, they learned a lot from here. And of course, because of British invasion and various other things, and the organized our own knowledge, our strength, that we couldn't really make it, because we started completely diverting to British education. So now they are also working on how the local potential, local knowledge, traditional knowledge, in terms of medicine or in terms of afforestation, in terms of the animal breeding, in terms of the handicrafts, in terms of music, in terms of paintings, crafts, everything. So that is also another important aspect of this new education policy. And then society and global knowledge, superpower. So these are all some of the parameters. And then the quality, affordability, equity, access, and accountability already we have made it. The Kasturi Rangan committee I have given here. Some of the salient features: 100% gross enrollment ratio in school education by 2030. I don't know. It is a very challenging task. It is not possible also. Of course, Tamil Nadu, we are so strong and we are forward. We reach more than 50% in GER in higher education, and of course school education also. But whether that is in real spirit and numbers we can enhance. When we are enhancing the numbers, the quality also has to be equally get. So that is what actually. Even the mathematics, basic mathematics and basic language capabilities traits, these two components are the very much important for the teachers to impart to the student. Unless otherwise they are good in mathematics, basic mathematics or basic language. It may be vernacular language or it may be the foreign language, English. So then the very purpose of school education get defeated. And even many of our students after graduation, they are not in a position to write a letter without much spelling or grammatical mistakes. Even I could witness, we head of the library and I was also control of examinations. Many, they make lot of mistakes actually. Just 4-5 lines, letters, even faculty members also. So that is also another important aspect when you are looking into that. And of course, higher education part 2 of NEP, it is making all those higher education regulations. Here I have given some of the point actually. The Higher Education Commission of India, and then the focus on multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary education. So that is also another important aspect. Then flexibility in terms of education. This interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary and flexibility, these are all there, already is there. Particularly in Tamil Nadu universities, we have adopted even quite long back. And even I can quote example of Bharadas University alone. And being a conventional university, we offer programs in engineering and technology and even paramedical, maybe physiotherapy and psychology and counseling, hotel management, and also of course Bharadas University, they only offer engineering programs. We do have SET actually, School of Engineering Technology. We went to Supreme Court, and because of that all private colleges, they become universities and they started the courses. The university can run any course, not necessary to get the consent from AICT or any other body like that those days. But anyway, that is a mandatory regulations. So that flexible education, there is what entry and exit options, and from regular mode to distance mode, from distance mode to regular mode. It is there, even Bharadas University. I was control of examinations and redo. The students might have gone after second year, they join third year in distance education, and from distance education they will come to the regular education. And we offer library science program, BLBC program. They might have studied in distance education or online education. They come and join the regular department for the second year lateral entry MLBC. So in some courses these are there, and interdisciplinary life sciences, from microbiology to biochemistry, biochemistry to biotechnology. So like that, the history, sociology. So these are all there. But now the entire government of India wanted to have the practice in across the country to have 3 or more subjects, majors, and also changing from science to arts, arts to science. And it's not just simply, and they are having a lot of ways and means by which, without deviating the domain knowledge or skills pertinent to that particular domain, and they cannot go for it. For that, lot of examination, all those things. Even the real practitioners, after some time they wanted to upgrade, they can come and join without any formal degree. This kind of fluctuation they are just making it. And of course, these are all the NEP policies, some other things you know very well. So I just don't want to spend much time on it. Towards more holistic and multidisciplinary education. The previous presenter also highlighted that one. And reimaging the vocal education. And that is also the present vocal education, how it can get reimagined. And teacher education is one other aspect. And the transforming the regulatory system in higher education. That is what NAC, and they wanted to have one single accreditation agency other than NBA or Agriculture Accreditation Board or the NAC or like Medical Accreditation Board. So instead of that, they would like to have a single accreditation body. So that is what also the higher education also, UGC also, they are working on it. Of course, gradually even National Research Foundation that they established, like that one by one they are keep on engaging. And these are all some of the reforms. Already I told you, institutional development plan, they given a complete set of guidelines, every college and every university you can also visit, and how you can have an institutional development plan. Already you are having. It's not something very new, you are not knowing. Some of the component you do have, and some component if possible you can accommodate. It is not necessary or it is not possible for all the institutions to attune into all the components what they mentioned. And if you go all the components, then you can be a A++ institution with high score, or you can be a institution categorized in binary accreditation at the level 5 with multidisciplinary international education providing institutions. So in that way, but wherever possible, we can fit into and we can have an IDP plan. That is also another important. Then the skill development, the culture, that collaboration, and also another aspect of this multidisciplinary, the effective industry academia exchange. So the industry academia exchange, that is also another important aspect. Even SDG also emphasizing, and the same NEP, it is there already in NAC, but again they are emphasizing that. This academic bank of credit, I don't know how many you are having in your college. Now many private institutions and universities like Sastra or SRM or Satyabama, all the students as soon as they enter first year itself, they do have ABC. I don't know whether Nazareth College students, they got ABC, login and ID. Even madam, that you can initiate. That is very much easy. And first year students, you please ask them to generate a ABC ID. You can go to the website and people are there. They will help you, technical support. Tamil Nadu also, they chartered 3-4 guys and they direct you. My suggestion is you can implement that actually. It is already there. ABC. On university level, they may initiate. We also initiated in our university and our Kaveri College, Bishopur College. Many colleges, they already started. So that DigiLock, academic bank of credit, transfer the credits from IGNO to Bharadas University, from Bharadas University, University of Madras or Anna University, what it may be, for that purpose only this. And of course, these are all some of the need dimension of the policies, setting up of task force, and this, some of the things I have given here, I just don't want to go in detail. And of course, students to become global citizens while remaining connected to their roots. This is most important thing. And they should not simply give up their roots, but at the same time, they need to get connected globally. So that is what these Swayam MOOC programs and all. So they can have their classmates from Europe, from Africa, from ES, across the ASEAN, across the globe. And they can have teachers also across the globe. And they can have content, simultaneous access to the different content developed by different teachers for a particular same subject. So this all enabled them to have a global, global student or global citizen. See, the platform vending behavior of a platform vendors. So that may be in Beijing or in Tokyo or in New York or in Chatram, Trichy. and you can have a comparative research on that. And many of the parameters of the selling behavior or consumer behavior of that platform vendors may be similar. So by accessing the literature, you can put off this, please. By accessing the literature, you can come to know where our this Chatram or Paris platform vending behavior in Chennai is differentiating from the platform vendor behavior in Tokyo or Beijing, like that. You can come to know. That way, the integration of the international practices in science, engineering, mathematics, or social sciences, and that is also another important aspect. It's very much emphasized. And a few more points I have given here. Appointments and career progression for faculty. Of course, MMTC, now you are attending the program, FDP program, and you are gathering some important aspects. You may orient, you may integrate. That way, continuous how the colleges, they need to make, both in a centralized system like AICT training program, or the training program by MMTC, that Madhavya Malan, Madan Mohan Malavia Teacher Training Center by the universities, or the FIP, sponsored FIP through ICSSR, or through CSIR, or through DBT, DST, various funding agencies, teachers can initiate. Even DRDO, Defense Research Development Organization, they are also funding. Recently, I also got 1 lakh rupee from DRDO to have a conference in the month of October. And then inclusive growth and higher GET, already I told. Teacher training. So teacher upgradation, teacher training is very much necessary, particularly in higher education, and new research parameters, protocols, new research methods, and find the opportunities to have a collaboration. These are all some of the aspects normally has to get imparted to frequent programs, both online and offline. And not necessarily teachers have to wait. And Royal Society of Chemistry is there, American Chemical Society is there, IEEE is there, Computer Society of India is there, and British Council, American libraries. Then like that, every faculty should have familiarization with at least 20 literary societies and professional bodies. You subscribe the mail and you can be a part of their group, social networking group, or maybe the WhatsApp or whatever it may be. You can subscribe their channel, and information, it will automatically pour into your mailbox. Only you have to scan whether you can use or not, and you can integrate those things into your teaching, learning, and research and other collaboration, all those purpose. That is the most important aspect. There is also very much possible. That is what teachers can upskill their knowledge in their subject domain. And a few more parameters I have given here. Innovative curriculum of all higher educations shall include the credit-based course and projects. Of course, UGC is giving a framework. Tamil Nadu TANSI, they are giving a framework. Tamil Nadu Council for Science and Technology, they are giving a framework. And integration of MOOC courses and credit transfer. Earlier it was 10%, then it became 20%, and now it is 40%. So whether we are experimenting all those things. Why the same research methodology course as a teacher, why I only should handle? I may allow my students to take that same course which is being offered by IGNO or IIT or IIM through this SWAYAM platform, and we will transfer that credit into our mark statement. So that curriculum development level, that board of studies and that and all have to take and get that on. Even it can get ratified, particularly in autonomous college, it is very much possible. That is what they also wanted to encourage the students and to have it. And of course, HCI clusters, the mentoring institution, even NAC also, they assigned some institutional mentoring. Here, Nazareth College, it can act like a mentoring institution to impart how to measure the metrics of this SDG mapping, the higher education component into fit with that SDG goals and all. So in that way, these are all some of the aspects. And curriculum, for example, I can say library information science, we offer MLBC program, but always I look into American Library Association curriculum, because they accredit all the libraries and the library science education in US and some of the European nations. We cannot invite them to come and get accredit our program. It is not possible also. And but at least I can see that the curriculum is some or other way par with the American library schools curriculum. And the topics or the practices or the methods or the internship or field work, industrial visit, all the components, whatever is reflecting there, we can have it. And technologies. The technologies particularly for library science, computer science, education, these kind of subjects, we can really benefit the web resources alone, not necessarily that like other, even for the science also the laboratories, virtual laboratory initiative of Government of India and the international virtual laboratories and Journal of Video Experiments. So many students, they are accessing all those laboratory experiments also in a digital manner, even medicine students and all. That kind of opportunity is there. So with that, we can make our curriculum on par with, our teaching learning process on par with what it is being imparted in top 200 or top 500 institutes or universities across the globe. That's what I would like to mention here. And of course, these are all the different commissions and councils, foundations, NEP, they were proposing. And the National Accreditation Council, it is in pipeline only. National Research Foundation already they established. Now they are going to integrate all the funding agencies, DBT, DST, CSIR, DRDO, ICAR, ICMR, and government of all funding agencies through this National Research Foundation, and also the Higher Education Council. These are all some of the things which are coming up. And here this is the 4C of NEP. Of course, already NAC also, graduation outcome, and mapping the graduation outcome into question papers, and the impact of that graduation outcome, all those things. For NAC also you have to do it, and every faculty, you should map your curricula with their learning outcome and with their graduation outcome, program outcome and course outcome, and what kind of skills and knowledge they are enabling. One small example I can quote actually, on university. Of course, I give assignment to my students, and I may give the group assignments or I may give a common assignment. They all have to prepare and they have to submit. They are not supposed to type and give. They have to give in a handwritten format, because I wanted to emphasize they should write actually. But they can copy and they can type and make it. But in that university, they give an assignment, the group assignment. In that, it is clearly giving a template. So for students, what is individual learning and what is your individual contribution, and from where you consulted, and what are the sources that not only links, that full text sources you have to submit along with that assignment. And plagiarism, they prepared an abstract or a write-up, it has to get plagiarized. And all the students, they are posting. Among the students, this particular student got 50% plagiarism, 70% plagiarism, 40% plagiarism. So accordingly, the mark also they are reducing. So an individual teacher is giving an assignment to 60 students of his class, and with all these parameters, and the students also, they should work and they should really identify the resources, all those evidences they have to upload, all those things looked into carefully by that particular teacher with the system. So you can see that you are ensuing the real learning process, rather than simply I am giving assignment, they might have consulted some source, they are submitting. But here I am asking their individual contribution, individual understanding, and what is the product which they prepared, the extent in which they prepared, the sources which they have consulted. So that way, for one particular assignment, if they are trained in that manner, so of course the entire subject more than 70-80% that individual student, he can really understand. For superconductivity, you are giving to a physics student, he'll thoroughly understand the superconductivity. If 4 or 5 topics assignment, if you are giving on that, so in that way also it is coming up. That is what that the curriculum practices, and of course some more points. And this is all requirement of a multidisciplinary higher education institutions as per guidelines of the UGC and online and ODL mode of education. And now the government of India also very much encouraging the universities to go for online mode of education. We are offering 11 programs online, and library information science also I submitted a proposal to have that online mode, so that students can have an online education, because online education, it has its own charisma. Internationally it is being recognized than distance education program. So online, they access the content, they write the examination, proctored solution examination, and assignments, plagiarism check, and list of the resources, audio, video, this 4-quadrant module, whatever it is being, the teachers are preparing and we are giving. And every year we are updating also. So from that computer aided, that SIM oriented integrated materials, now it is a multimedia course content through LMS platforms. The universities are developing and the teachers are getting engaged in making use of the LMS. That will help them to prepare the document, how to integrate Mendeley, how to change the different reference styles, in-text citation, end citation, all those things are very much possible in that way also. So these are all the credit mobility, already I told you, and also orientation about the new opportunities to the students and the researchers across, and faculty development research. So here also already I made a point, I just don't want to go into detail. That National Research Foundation, it is Anusandhan, like that they are calling. You can go to Google and you can visit the website also. Ministry of Prime Minister office, they are maintaining this one. And vocational education, this also the another one important aspect of NEP. So craft or agriculture or medicine or any other vocational education that enable them to have a immediate industry ready students. So the conventional education also have an integral part of the vocational education modules and training kit, tools, methods, or whatever may be possible within the college. They need to have it with their laboratories and the library and other resource facilities. And of course, this is technology and online education. So this is also another important aspect in this NEP. And even that will also take care the goal, the quality education. Quality education you cannot give all, but with the help of online and the technology, you can just make it the quality education. Because you are giving high quality content, multimedia content with a lot of the tools that help them to create the content, modify the content, write their examinations, score sheets, worksheets, and the portals, login, and space to storage space, all those things, provisions. So affordable education they can have it, and anywhere, anytime they can pursue the program. They can write examination at any time and not necessary to make the tuition fee. So these are all some of the other advantageous aspects through this technology and online education also. And above all, it will take care the systematic process. And since it is online, it is transparent to each and everyone. Your thesis you are putting online, your article you are putting online, your table you are putting online. Many people can witness, so that always you give much care before you upload, and it is completely authenticated, regulated, and peer-reviewed content. So in that way, the quality of the content and the transparency of pursuing that program and updation, and always it is available. And once you created, you can keep on preserve it and maintain it, and only we have to modify according to the changes. That is also another important aspect of this NEP. Of course, the guidelines they are given how they are going to transform the higher education institution. I just compiled how the academic collaboration and the dual major degree programs and the simplified online approval process and also the operational requirements, minimum operational requirements to offer the programs on science, technology, engineering and mathematics and the autonomous colleges award of degrees by their own actually. Bharadas University quite long back, the autonomous colleges they can award degrees also. But Dangamuthu sir he initiated and he couldn't make it. Even St. Joseph College they given an exclusive provision so they can award the degree themselves. So in that way, and a cluster of colleges already told. So that is also again they can share the resources between them and they can have a peer enabling process and the finance committee. These are all some of the aspects and establishing education department, multidisciplinary institutions. Research universities, education universities, and new departments according to the Industrial 4.0 or Industrial 5.0 needs, and merging of higher education institutions under the same management or different management. Again, the more stake for private schools and private education. A particular private management, they may have nurseries, they may have nursing, they may have paramedical science, they are having engineering, vocational, they are having conventional. How within that campus, the mobility between the teachers from one institution to other institutions, librarian from one institution to other institution, and laboratory assistant from one institution to other institutions, technical staff. So how they can have a collaborative manner, maximum potential resource utilization. That is also another important aspect. Of course, CBCS, you all know the different types of courses and the institutional development plan already told. We can visit and we can find these are all some of the parameters for the academic excellence. These are all the NEP, the component. Actually, here the same what NIRF they given, the same thing they have given here also. The practical and outcome-based education, teaching learning resources, and research promotion, consultancy, the graduate outcome, outreach and inclusive. This is what NIRF they have taken from that NEP. And teaching learning dynamics, that SWAYAM program, and MOOCs, and then Lok Vidya. These are all some of the vocational knowledge initiatives. Lot of government initiatives also there, and continuous professional development programs. Already I told you, and to accommodate the fourth industrial, now it become fifth industrial IR, the industrial revolution 4.0. It is like a smart industry. And earlier library manually we do lot of things, but now with the system everything is being integrated and anyone can access through their mobile any resource. And earlier it was only full text. Now and within that article the flow charts, diagrams, maps, pictures, they can cull out to write an article on the genomic. They can get all the these image files which pertain to genomics, all the protocols which pertain to genomics, all the flow charts are all the experiments pertaining to genomics. In that way also they can, that is smart way of organizing the content and performing the task also. Laboratory works and all, people use a lot of robots, and even the industries also, it become completely smart, so that without much risk and having security with the comfort execution of including cleaning work. So that is what the education also have to impact in that way, and that impact of industrial revolution it should reflect actually. So elevating poverty, again it's a goal of SDG, and better and low cost healthcare. This is most important, with all driven diagnostics, personalized treatment, early identification of potential pandemics and managing diagnostic, enhancing farmers' income by providing them the agricultural sustainability, and then infrastructure and connectivity network. And one good example, we can have very good road connectivity, rail connectivity, air connectivity now everywhere, and it is being keep on expanding. And also the drone policy India has announced, and India is really coming, it's forward. many remote sensing and coastal development projects, forest afforestation, animal-human conflict. These are all being taken care by these drone activities also, and even this underground and unwanted elements identification also they are enabling through that drone intelligence. And of course, the Vasudeva Kudumbam, that is one component actually. So world food, because rather we receive food from other countries, but now we are donating. One good example you can say that we have given the vaccine to the many nations when they are suffering actually with very low cost and affordable cost, even free of cost also. The National Education Technology Forum, you can visit that site. They are also having a lot of ideas how the technology can be aptly used in that way. So that is what NEP just could highlight, and what and all it is emphasizing. And NIRF, already professor also talked about NIRF, I just don't want to spend much time on it. So it started in the year 2015. Now many institutions, they are taking part of that NIRF. Now it is through Department of Education, and the features, the institution engaged in both research and teaching, and the primarily engaged in teaching category A and B, and the top 100 rankings they are making it among all the participating institutions. And perception data also being used like NAC also the student perception and the stakeholders perception. NIRF also they are collecting. You also might have received the mails from your parent institutions or your alma maters, and the publications scopus data they are taking, and the ranking parameters. So they given here broad overall weightage, maximum value of 100 based on the weightages. Already the previous presenters also he told, and here I have given here, and how it is distributed I have given a glance. It is there in website, you can have a look, you can have understanding. So how your activities, your department activities, you can fit into this weightage and these scores in these parameters. You can have it to 5 parameters, and the sub parameters comes under that: teaching learning resources, research and professional practice, IPR, patents and publications, footprint of projects, combined metric for publications and citations in SDGs, and they have integrated SDG also into that. And of course, graduation outcome, the pass percentage, and performance in progression and placement, PhD pursuing. So these are all some of the aspects. And of course, how the they are calculating the formula also. I made a slide here. I just quickly run through that. I just don't want to go into detail. The percentage of women and percentage of students from other states, economically and socially challenged students, physically challenged students. These are all the component of that outreach and inclusivity. And accordingly, the institution will get mark, and of course, perception. So this some of the last 2024 the institutions and top universities. Our university that is in 36th position, and among the publicly funded universities in state universities 16th position. So you can have a glance, and this is that colleges and research institutions, and this is the template. Every college you can go and find NIRF Bharadas University template I given here. You can have a comparative mapping also with your institution. In that 5 parameters, the data they given. It's only purely data, NIRF. There is no any descriptive. So based on the data they will give, and different categories. My previous presenter also he made it. And these are all the benefit of accreditation, the recognition, funding, and the quality enhancement, infrastructure development, then the collaboration and placement, progression. These are all the outcome of the accreditation process, and team spirit, individual and departmental growth, societal responsibility above all. So this is what NAC actually, because of want of time, I will quickly go through that. Whatever the NAC second cycle or third cycle or the previous existing 7 criterions. So you need to completely understand the 7 criterions. the key aspects of every criterion, and within the key aspect, what are the quantitative metrics and qualitative metrics, how you can generate the data or augment the data, your activities, and you can keep it ready. So every year, AQAR, Annual Quality Assurance Report, your department, how you can contribute to your college. That is the most important thing. So nothing is documentation only. You are doing all those activities, you are doing. Some activities you may not be doing, and your colleague, they may be doing, or other department, they may be doing. So altogether, that will give the overall performance of the institution. Only thing is that understand the parameters, sub-parameters, and the metrics, and the quantification, then qualitative aspect. So you keep ready, and you can submit the data whenever they are asking. That annually you to make it, you can have monthly activity plan and monthly activity report also. So every month, regarding these 5 components, what and all you carried out, that you can have it, and you can plan. If you are not carried out this month, you can postpone it to next month or another couple of months. Whatever we plan, it is not possible to have it also when we are clutches in routine activities. That is also another important aspect you can make it. So these are all the challenges of the higher education across the globalization and internationalization. And these challenges posed all those developments actually. And these are all some of the international practices. And I request you to visit at your free time different countries. They do have their accreditation agencies, and you can come to know what are all the parameters they are having, and what they are expecting from faculty members, like that. European Quality Network and INCOAG, NAC also work along with all these institutions, because NAC is one of the prominent quality assurance agency. It contributed in that accreditation and assessment, quality assurance, quality enhancement of higher education at a greater level. And though the NAC academics are very low in numbers, they really traveled across the globe. They contributed. They are having a lot of collaborative measures also. So NAC map is there in International Quality Assurance Agency's map. So you can visit at your free time the websites of this particular organization. And overall, whatever I given here, that is what all the, it may be Times Higher Education or QSS or Shanghai or Max China or European Quality Assurance Agency or QAA, they all they relevant to this only. Curriculum design, there is what program design, development and approval, and faculty recruitment, student recruitment, admissions, and teaching learning process, and supporting students. Here you see 3 points on students. Enabling student development and student engagement, assessment of student recognition of peer learning. This is NAC also, they were asking advanced learners, slow learners, and how you are finding gap and all. Then examination, conduct of examination, grievance, and summative, formative, different methods of evaluation, different methods of examinations, and MCQ, these are all there actually. And program monitoring and review, student grievance and appeals, management of higher education provision with other chapters, then finally research degrees. This is what overall framework, any accreditation quality assurance they want actually. QS ranking, here I have given here. This is the last year data of the world ranking, the top 5 universities. Again, academic reputation, that is about the faculty reputation, international faculty, and student faculty ratio, and teachers with PhD, teachers with more publication, more projects, more citation, more industrial exposure. This all comes into their academic reputation. And then employer reputation, that is about the university reputation. They are having this much infrastructure, asset, the alumni are so strong, and the legacy institution established for more than 100 years, and a lot of the corporate collaboration, all those things that comes into that. Then publication they given, you can see that PhD 5 mark, and citations and papers per faculty 25, and then that alone 25 marks they given here. Then international faculty, international students, and inbound exchange students, and outbound exchange students. These are all they get it from your own website actually. You are not going to submit any report, and according to their template you have to maintain your website. And there is what NAC also, this binary accreditation process, we are not going to submit any report. They generate a report for your college and they will throw. And for that, you have to submit the data. I see one portal is there. You all know very well. All India Survey of Higher Education. Government of Tamil Nadu also asking lot of the data. Even EMIS and UMIS, University Management Information System, we also supply all our data. Examination, pass percentage, male, female, socially backward, SC, ST, and all those things, the credits, everything we are giving, everything is we are updating. So that is what that ABC, that portal Digilock. So in that way, everything we are putting, and Tamil Nadu government also parallelly asking lot of data and statistics which we are keep on giving. The same way Asia. So now they wanted to have one data that is interoperable across the globe. Even any international organization also, they wanted to have it, they can have it. So that is what these all those data, the QS or times they'll take and they'll give. This Asia University ranking, among the Asia top 5 universities, you can find Singapore and China, Hong Kong. This Times Higher Education ranking, they are also there. 30% research, learning, teaching, 30% on the research, citations. So the publication citations, 60% the Times Higher Education they are giving importance for that. So that much they are encouraging research and publication. And international outlook again, industry income generation through that industry income. And this is that THE they given 2024. You can visit the site and you can come to know. These are all some of the Indian practices. Already we talked about NARF and all, NBA. And this is the NAC core values. And of course, how they present set of criterions, key aspects, and the quantitative metrics, qualitative metrics. And these 7 you know very well. So here you can see that curricular aspects, the 4 sub key indicators are there. And this is what again, the effective curriculum delivery. The college is not developing curriculum and how you are effectively delivering the curriculum. And by conducting tests, by internship, by participatory learning, flipped learning, by experiential learning, experimental learning, industrial tours, organization of exhibitions, projects, and short assignments, debates, content development, content creation, all of activities. It all depend on your subject domain, how you are going to have it. That you should have a range of methods by which the curriculum is being delivered to the student, not by the laboratory or the classroom teaching. In addition to that, so then there must be horizontal mobility and interdisciplinary options. These are all already we spoke, and core and elective options. Then skill development programs, blended learning. This is also another important aspect, that every subject we should encourage them to have a blended learning kind of thing. So integration of 4 or 5 or 6, whatever may be the methods by which the blended learning can be made it. So curriculum enrichment, normally once in 3 years only, board of studies, but now NAC also emphasizing every year, and particularly Shastra, like the Satyabama and VIT universities, every semester they are updating. And it is belong to that particular teacher. Even I am also the same practice. Teacher, he decides the curriculum and he add new things and it will get ratified before the examination or at the time of examination. That is more autonomous. They only set question paper, everything. But that is what the new education policy as well as NAC also emphasizing. And this criterion 2, teaching, learning, research. It's one of the prominent aspect where teachers can help the institutes to score more points, and that will enhance the gradification from B++ to A or A to A+, what it may be. And of course, interactive instructional techniques, participative, how you are enabling students to be more participative, and also the diversity, the other state students, other country students, and from different backgrounds, equity, inclusion. These are all some of the aspects which comes into that. How you are taking care, the slow learners, advanced learners, and the psychological counseling which you are making, how you are encouraging collaborative and new independent learning, and technology. That is more important aspect, that technology being integrated. LMS is there, smart classrooms are there. Many we are having classroom, but we never use the interactive boards and all. And whether any podcast, teachers can use the podcast. Even Prime Minister recent past, he also used that media to address the people, like Man Ki Baat through podcast. The Nature Journal, they are having podcast. Science Journal, they are having podcast. Many academics like IEEE, Spectrum, and PC Coast, many magazines, they are having podcast. The podcast, it may be of 5 minutes or half an hour, or even பொன்னியின் செல்வன் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு ஃபுல்லாக பாட்காஸ்ட்டில் இருக்குது. நீங்கள் காரில் போகும்போதே கேட்டு போகலாம். இது மாதிரி நிறையா ஸ்டோரிஸு இப்போது யூடியூப்லேயே அவன் பாட்டு போட்டே இருக்கான், கண்ட விஷயம் அனாவசியமாக எல்லாரும் உட்காந்து பார்க்குறாங்க. ஸோ இந்த பாட்காஸ்ட் இஸ் அ டூல் that teachers can integrate, and in tidbits, சின்ன பீஸ் ஆஃப் இன்ஃபர்மேஷனை ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுக்கு யூ கேன் த்ரோ. ஆக்சுவலி அவன் ஃப்ரீயாக இருக்கும் போது அவன் படிச்சுக்குவான். ஸோ யூ கேன் இது வந்து ஒரு லேபரேட்டரி எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட்டாக இருக்கும், அல்லது மேபி ஒரு கான்செப்ட் எக்ஸ்ப்ளனேஷனாக இருக்கும். வாட்டர் இட் மேபி ஆல் டீச்சர்ஸ் யூ கேன் ஹாவ் த போஸ்ட்காஸ்ட். அந்த போட்காஸ்ட்டை உங்கள் ஐஆரில் யூ கேன் ஆர்கனைஸ். த லைப்ரரியன்ஸ் ஆஃப் ரெஸ்பெக்டிவ் காலேஜஸ் தே கேன் ஹெல்ப். They can collect the content which you prepared and you can have it. அதுக்கு DOI எல்லாமே இருக்குது. அது நீங்கள் ரெப்பாசிட்டரியில் இன்டர்நேஷ்னலி எல்லோரும் பார்க்குற மாதிரி வச்சுக்கலாம். ஸோ தென் உங்கள் ப்ரொஃபைலில் உங்கள் பப்ளிகேஷன் மாத்திரம் இல்லாமல் இது மாதிரியான ஒரு லெக்சர் இனிஷியேட்டிவ்ஸ், கண்டென்ட்டு உங்கள் எல்லாமே வச்சுக்க முடியும். ஸோ தட் இஸ் தட் வே யூ கேன் யூஸ் டெக்னாலஜி ஆல்சோ. And of course, faculty development recharge program, these are all some of the aspects I will to make. And criterion 3, this is also, though yours is a college, here also you need to emphasize upon the research. And because of the college faculty, you should not lose the score in research. Now, the new education policy also again emphasizing the research component in colleges also. So in that way, teaching, learning, research, consultancy, extension, these 5 components always. So we can find in terms of the publications, collaborative research, conduct of the workshops, trainings, symposium programs, interdepartmental collaboration, inter-institute collaboration. And now there is no limit. You can have collaboration across the globe, and you can have review papers, particularly science teachers, with collaboration of the co-faculty members in Europe or US or UK. Only thing is that you have to find, you should communicate. And by knowing your potential, by sharing your potential, they will also come forward. So in that way, the research, this capacity building of teachers in terms of the research, and eminence researcher attracting by the colleges, and research incentives. The management also has to encourage the researchers. Many colleges, they give awards, they give some money also for more publications, more citations. Even our university also, we used to give to our faculty members with more publication, more citation, more projects, more PhD produced. So these are all some of the parameters. And again, you can orient towards the UN goals, climate or sustainability, green environment, alleviation of poverty, food management, health and hygienic. In this aspect, you can carry out research actually to address a local problem, local solution. So how you are going to give a set of guidelines or suggestions to improve sanitation in this region, or women that hygiene, or the child care. So in that way also you can carry out research, and that address the local issues and social problems. So help serve, reflect and learn, and the institutional policy, that research integration also, again research ethics, research integration, plagiarism, and every college they should have the integrity council also. These are all some of the aspects. And the institutional social responsibility, that is most important one, institutional social responsibility. So you become hungry? Okay, anyway. And criterion 4, again infrastructure and laboratory, power backup, computers, library and canteen, and good roads, biodiversity, clean, green environment, all those things comes under that infrastructure also again. And this is about the student support and progression. This is also another important aspect, and how you are really encouraging students to progress, to participate, to contribute, to get their good placement. And of course, this is again the governance, another important aspect. And the key that criterion 7, whatever they given, that all take care the SDG goals actually. And whatever the possible they given the NAC manual under the criterion 7, if every institution they are taking care, that alone will really enable to have the orienting the SDG goals also. And that's what here, it may be of energy conservation or renewable energy, and less use of energy, and the carbon neutrality, and hazardous waste management, plantations, water management, water harvesting, all those things comes into that. And ambience of creativity, innovation, and these are all some of the aspects. Here I compiled, anyway, the PPT I can throw here, you can have it. Some sample I have given here. I just don't want to, what are the questions they asked, how one can give the information like that. Some samples I have given here. For up to all the 7 criterions, the quantitative as well as qualitative. Okay, so this is what the accreditation outcome now presently they are making it. And the student satisfaction survey, you know, this is the previous one and the present one. And now another 5 minutes I will take. This is benchmark for university, that you can have an idea. And for the university faculty members, how many you need it altogether, not only from individual faculty or individual department, on different parameters, so that you can get the highest mark to that particular quantity parameter. This is for colleges, again, the benchmarks, the quantity parameters, benchmarks, whatever they are given here, it is available there in NAC website. Okay, so now this is final part, binary accreditation benchmark. So that is what the new one. Already told level 1 to 4, level 5, that is top level institution. It is not so easy. Only very few institutions they can come to the level 5. And level 1 to 4 also, they are really going to make it a very tougher one. And when they are proposed to implement from March 2025, we have to, I don't know. And still they are working on it. And of course, this is the eligibility according to the binary accreditation. Here I have given here. And the key challenges, changes in binary, and also the NAC data management, one data, one country, they are working on it. So from that data they compile actually, only the institution they have to upload the data. So the report prepared by the accreditation NAC alone. So that's what they are contemplating. And the key indicators of binary accreditation again given here, you can see. So the peer review score sheet, the peer team members, they will submit actually criterion-wise report. It's a descriptive report. It may not be quantitative one. And here the CGPA, they given accredited 2 and above, and 1.5 and less than 2 GPA will be provisionally accredited. Less than that, not accredited. So like that only it is coming here. So validity, everything I have given here. And this is input, process and output. The 10 attributes they divided. And input has 4 attributes, process has 3 attributes, and outcome, it has 3 attributes. In that way only, this Radhakrishnan committee they have given here. Input, then what are the process that take care, and what is the outcome, and in what way it is going to impact. So whatever we discussed so far, all those aspects are here. And accordingly you can find out the practices and how your institution, your department has its process and has its outcome, and how it is being impacted, that you have to map and measure. For all 10 attributes I have given here, learning and teaching, And because of want of time, I am just quickly run through. Research and innovation you can find here. So out of the box and fearless thinking, how that innovative research you have to make it open and equitable, and scientific collaboration you have to make it. Mobility of researchers and scientists between the institutions. These are all some of the process, and extracurricular activities, sports, and other aspects. Then community engagement. This also again aligned with the SDG goal. The social research in collaboration with concerned bodies, adoption of nearby institutions, and slum and green initiatives. Again, water recycling and eco restoration, green building, green libraries, spreading awareness among stakeholders by various programs. And this is about governance. And 9, infrastructural development. So whatever there in the present the parameters, it is also here with some slight changes and modifications. This is the final attribute: financial resources and governance, the management. So this is what I given here. Okay, so 5 minutes. That SDG goals already yes highlighted 17 goals, because ஒரு கோலில் வரது இன்னொரு கோலில் வரும் ஆக்டிவிட்டீஸு, அது ஓவர்லாப் ஆகிட்டு தான் இருக்கும். அதனால் you can have certain activities not necessary to contribute to all the 17 goals. Whatever possible goals, the sustainable development goals, you can make it, you can have record, and you have to map with that. And even here the secretary also, he developed a software, that's what I learned, to map the sustainable development goals into that activities of higher education institutions. And adu neenga adu map panni metrics paathukalam. Lot of software is also available here. I have given here. You can I also compiled and what are all the activities which you have to integrate with the SDG in higher education, teaching, research, and community engagement activities. There is no single way of integrating SDG goals. That's what I told you. And why you need to integrate it: enhance community engagement, environmental footprint, sustainable practices, collaboration, and also the curriculum enrichment and global citizen of the students. Different strategies by attending this kind of programs and imbibing the SDG activities, and practicing all the sustainable activities in our institutions. I given here. And these are all some of the strategies to implement, and how you can map some of the aspects. I have just made it here that reflect the goal 1, goal 2, like that complete cost-effective online education. And you can see that the gender audit and female-male ratio, and common rooms, health and hygiene, including that sanitary napkin and all those things, and all that. Share any project, Government of India, and these are all some of the aspects. And of course, I have given here. So again, it will keep on again repeat one by one, but how you are fixing that to a particular activity pertinent to address the quality education, or elevate the poverty, or the water quality. That way you need to segregate, and you need to make it every institution. That's what I given here. And the courses offered through SWAYAM, and some of the projects by this Nazareth College also I compiled. The website, it is there. Okay, so the KS ranking also, you can visit the website. They are giving a sustainability ranking also, and they are having certain parameters, how they are mapping. And I have given a sample, you can find, and you can visit. You can also come to know. And the sustainable indicators, how they are making it, and with the goals, how they are fixing. You can see the SDG 12, 7, 11, 4, 5, like that. They just analyze, and these are the universities on sustainable ranking 2025, Sweden, like that. So these are some of the useful resources compiled, like that. Many resources are there, and you please visit, and you can visit the website, and you can find about local knowledge initiatives, and also that Ayush portal, and the open science framework initiatives, and the data management portals. These are all about research data management portals actually. European Open Science Cloud, like the IEEE data port management. So this is the government of US, this is government of India, this UNESCO, this is US government data portal, and these some other initiatives. So like there, a lot of initiatives are there, World Bank, Spark, and then so how the research, you can find avenues by joining these open research data portals like that I have given here. So with this, I thank for patient listening. Okay.
Thank you, sir, for your comprehensive session. As we move towards the valediction ceremony, I kindly request one participant from the college to collect the participation certificate on the behalf of the institution.
Okay. Now, any clarification? No. Okay. Thank you.
I request Dr. E. Mary Angelin, Principal, Nazareth College of Arts and Science, to present the report of 2-day summit.
Very good afternoon to the Chief Guest, Dr. Srinivasa Raghavan, NAC Assessor and Ranking Expert from Badasan University, Mr. Henry Maris, Secretary, Nazareth College, and participants from college, other colleges, and Nazareth College. The International Summit on SDG Knowledge and Education 2025 on the theme Transforming Education for a Sustainable Future, Knowledge, Integration, and Impact successfully convened 37 participants from 17 colleges in Tamil Nadu and Dharwad, Karnataka participated in the summit. The conference chair encouraged the participants from various colleges increase collaboration across academia, government, and industry to advance SDG objectives. Dr. Daniel Elilarase commended Nazareth College for its comprehensive adoption of SDGs, highlighting the institution's role in achieving the goals by 2030. Mr. Henry Maris stressed the urgency of enhancing SDG adoption in educational framework to improve India's global SDG ranking. Special address was rendered by Mr. Shirley Royals, Executive Director, ANGE, and advocated for a faith-based, ethically responsible approach to environmental stewardship through education. Mr. Margaret Vijay, Director, Villa College, Maldives, emphasized the critical role of education in embedding SDGs into curricula and urged urgent collaboration action to meet the 2030 agenda. The first keynote speaker, Dr. R. Srinivasan, discussed the evolution of teaching methods and the need for transparency and assessment. The second speaker, Dr. Balasubramanian Munsami, explored the transformative impact of SDG in higher education. He also congratulated and invited Nazareth College to share the initiatives in SDG mapping as a case study and collaborate with UNDP Tamil Nadu cell. Mr. Henry Maris, CEO of MAP SDG, and Dr. Mary Angelin, founding subject matter expert of SDG, jointly anchored the MAP SDG, a SaaS platform, as a demo for the participants. The day one of the summit set a robust foundation for ongoing discussions and actions aimed at integrating SDGs into education system. The commitment to sustainable practices was evident with the focus on policy development, education strategies, and global collaboration. Day two commenced with the conference chair, Principal and NAC Assessor, who highlighted the importance of incorporating SDG metrics into educational ranking. The first speaker, Dr. Manivanan, discussed impact of global ranking and how institutions can prepare and focus on how the rankings influence sustainability in initiatives. The second speaker, Dr. S. Srinivasa Raghavan, presented strategies for aligning SDGs with binary accreditation framework and emphasized the role of institution in fostering sustainable practice. All the dignitaries were honored with a memento. The guests and participants visited the community center, INA Clothing, and Nazareth SDG Transformation Center. The Vice Principal, IQAC Dean, rendered their welcome address and vote of thanks. Nazareth College congratulates all the participants for their presence. I hope this summit has increased your knowledge on SDG, connectedness to curriculum, ranking, institutional initiatives, and research. I congratulate Dr. Mano and Alamelu for coordinating this event and all the staff and students were involved in getting this SDG Summit to a success. Thank you so much for your presence.
I request the dignitaries to come up on the stage to give the certificates. I I kindly request one representative from the college to collect the participation certificate on the behalf of the institution.
Now I invite a representative of the college, Christ Arts and Science College, Dr. Suresh Kumar. Followed by Uris College, Vellore. Followed by Inch, Professor Kyopu Kumar. Inch, Professor Kyopu Kumar. Followed by CSI Bishop Newbegin College of Education. Next, we invite Mrs. E. Renuga, MOP Vaishnav College. Next, we have Women's Christian College. Followed by Stella Maris College. Next, we invite Dr. V. Lavanya, Guru Nanak College. Next, we invite Mr. Guru Prasad, Hindustan College of Arts and Science. Next, we invite CSI College of Commerce, Dharwad, Karnataka, Mr. Stephen Williams and Mr. Dean Jones. Next, we have Bishop Appasamy College of Arts and Science, Dr. Preeta F. James. Next, we have Welltech College, Dr. S. Dr. S. Tirthamalai. Next, we have Lady Dog College, Madurai. Next, we have Nazareth College of Education. Next, we have Mrs. D. Moral Kalayarisi, CSI Bishop, New Beacon College of Education. Thank you, dignitaries.
To conclude today's proceeding, I would like to invite Dr. E. Manoranjidam, Vice Principal, Nazareth College of Arts and Science, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good evening, all. Good evening, all. Give thanks to the Lord, for He is good, His love endures forever. I give praise and thanks to God Almighty for making this summit a success. Also, we are very happy to have Dr. S. Srinivasa Raghavan and Dr. K. Manivannan for their time and their engagement. Thank you, sir. Also, I would like to extend our appreciation to Mr. A.N. Henry Maris, our secretary, for his continuous support and vision for fostering excellence in education. Thank you, sir. I also extend my sincere thanks to our principal, Dr. Mary Angeline Santosham, for her leadership. Thank you, ma'am. I sincerely thank all the participants from various colleges and various cities. I hope these 2 days have been valuable for everyone. Thank you all. I also extend my heartfelt thanks to IQAC coordinator, deans, heads, and faculty members who have played an integral role in making this event a success through their guidance and encouragement. Thanks, dear all. I also thank the transport manager, Mr. Amar, non-teaching staff, technical team, NCC and SDC members for their excellent cooperation and meticulous work. Thank you, team. Above all, the journey ahead may be challenging, but with the collection, wisdom, and passion and commitment we have seen today, I'm confident that we can make a lasting impact. Thank you all once again for making today's event a memorable one. God bless you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your heartfelt words of gratitude.
So now we have a photo session for external participants. I request the external participants to stay back for next 5 minutes in the auditorium. We'll take a group picture and then we'll leave to the lunch.